Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an exciting topic, tank modeling. From the rich history behind these models to some handy building tips and even a peek at future trends, there's a lot to cover. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's chat about the world of tank models. All right, let's kick things off with a quick trip back in time. The journey of tank models started in the early 20th century. Can you believe that? The first purpose of these models wasn't just for fun, it was actually for training and education. Early model makers aimed to teach military tactics using miniature versions of the most iconic tanks. As we moved through the decades, especially during World War I and II, the popularity of these models skyrocketed. People began to realize they could recreate their favorite vehicles and even historical battles right on their workbenches. And what's interesting is that the materials used evolved too, from wood to plastic and eventually metal, giving modelers a broader scope for creativity and accuracy. Tank modeling isn't just a niche hobby, it's a worldwide phenomenon. With clubs and communities forming everywhere, enthusiasts share their love and passion. Have you ever experienced the buzz of actual tank modeling events or exhibitions? They bring people together, celebrating the skills and artistry behind these models. It's a fascinating connection among enthusiasts through time and space. Now, let's shift gears and get our hands dirty a bit. If you're new to tank modeling, or even if you've dabbled in it, I've got some solid tips to help you get started. First things first, choosing the right model. When you're out there browsing, pay attention to the scale, like 135 or 172. Your choice might depend on how much space you have or how detailed you want to get. And of course, decide on the subject matter. Do you want to build historical tanks or prefer modern ones? It's your call. Next up, let's talk about essential tools and materials. You don't need a massive toolkit, but having the basics, glue, paint, brushes, and maybe even a hobby knife, will set you up for success. Keep those tools organized too. Trust me, a tidy workspace makes for a smoother and more enjoyable building experience. Now, we cannot skip the juicy building techniques. Start with the assembly by following the model instructions, but take your time. Precision is key here. And for the painting, don't rush either. Start with a good primer, maybe experiment with an airbrush, and don't forget to weather your tanks for that realistic look. You want your models to tell a story. Oh, and let's chat about common pitfalls, because we all make mistakes, right? Avoid cramming your build process. Rushing can lead to overlooks, like missing out on those tiny but crucial decals, or even miniature figures that can bring your model to life. All right, let's jump to the future. What's on the horizon for tank modeling? Well, technology is shaking things up. One of the coolest advancements is 3D printing. Imagine customizing your models like never before. Pretty neat, huh? It's like having a personal factory at your fingertips. We're also seeing a shift to eco-friendly practices. The hobby is becoming more sustainable with a focus on using materials that are less harmful to the environment. And I've got to say, it's great to see more hobbyists incorporating sustainability into their model making. Speaking of engagement, the community is booming more than ever. Thanks to online platforms and social media, modelers from all around the world can connect, share tips, and even participate in virtual workshops and competitions. This makes tank modeling even more accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Lastly, there's a growing interest in exploring tanks from diverse countries and conflicts. It's a beautiful testament to the global nature of this hobby and the stories tanks represent. Dioramas are becoming increasingly popular too, offering another layer of creativity by setting scenes and narratives. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the rich history of tank models, explored some building tips, and checked out future trends shaping the hobby. I hope you're feeling inspired to either start or dive deeper into your own tank modeling adventure. If you enjoyed this little chat, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop your own experiences or questions about tank modeling in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep building and having fun.